Now, Minority Leader Haruna Drisu is expected to lead a team of NDC MPs to testify against Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, who they have moved a censure motion against. Other senior minority MPs who are expected to appear before the committee include Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak and spokesperson on finance Dr. Kaisel Atuforsen. Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin referred to the minority motion of censure to his evenly split committee of both NDC and NPP MPs to report to the House in 7 days. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante joins us live with details. Kweku, as the committee began hearing, as we understand, there is total agreement to publicly sit.
So, Brace, the committee is expected to start sitting at 11 a.m. That is the indication we have. And if you go to the committee room now, it is fully set up for the 8-member committee to begin its work. Now, there's this consensus among both the NDC MPs and the committee, as well as NPP MPs, to beam this live. According to Adansia Sukwa MPKT Hammond, it is important that this is beamed worldwide, people to see the kind of transparency and the quality of work that the committee will be doing. It is the same sentiment that has been expressed by the Northton MP, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, who is a member of this committee, who agrees that this committee sitting should be public. And so the committee is unanimous. They are going to sit in the public view all testimonies, and unless there is some exigencies that will require them to take it in camera, every other thing the committee will be doing will be public. And so at 11 a.m. today, it's expected that when they start sitting, all that they will be doing live on major television networks in the country.
Now, do we have any idea when the finance minister, who's at the center of all of this, is expected to appear before the committee?
That is the puzzle now. It's unclear. What we are expecting the committee to do is to hear from the persons who are making the allegations. And so Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu, Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak, Dr. Kaisel Atuforsen, who is the minority spokesperson on the finance committee, are expected to give their evidence as to why they think that the finance minister must lose his job and why the president should be forced to do so. The indication we are getting is that maybe some of these MPP MPs who also spoke out against the finance minister may make themselves available to testify before the committee. But that is a conversation that is ongoing between the leadership of both houses to be able to agree on something suitable. So when these persons make the allegations and they finish, then the committee can now extend an invitation to the finance minister. Already, our indication is that the finance minister has been made aware that this committee has started hearing. And so the finance minister may do so himself. He may appear before the committee and advance arguments in opposition to the arguments the minority leader and his team will be making, or he may choose to do so through a legal counsel or any other expert of his choice. Another option that may be available to him is that he may come with a lawyer, so he may answer some of the questions, and some of the other questions that he thinks may be legalese or may need expert information will be answered by the lawyer or that expert. And so it's expected that this will be done within this week. We know that the committee was given only 7 days by the speaker. From the parliamentary rules, this starts counting the very day the referral was made. That was last Thursday. It's been 2 days already for last week. This is also the second day. So the committee ordinarily will be expected to wrap up this week, but they may also write to the speaker and seek an extension. The indication we are getting is that that is not likely. The committee is intending to work within these 7 days. So between now and Friday, the committee may conclude its work, present a report to the House as early as next week for that final crucial vote to be taken on Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. He had a clean bill. He was given a lifeline by the speaker because last week, despite the minority's insistence that the vote must take place, the speaker said this must go before a committee who must work and present their report to the House before a vote can now be taken. So as early as next week, the final vote will be taken. But it's also sketchy because next week is the week the 2023 budget is expected to be presented. So with all this hanging around the finance minister's neck, there are already those who are asking questions whether he is the one fit enough to present that 2023 budget. Already you've heard from some NPP backbenchers who say no, despite the agreement with the president, they do not agree that the finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, should be the one to present the budget. So the president may decide to appoint any of his other ministers to do so on his behalf, or may finally decide to crack the whip on the finance minister so that another substantive replacement can be appointed, Brace.
I'm grateful. That's our Parliamentary Affairs correspondent, Kojo Asante. We'll keep an eye on this particular developing story. But we'll take a quick break here for business. Stay with us.